What still bugs me to this day after a year of having this car? Now, the first thing is the sunroof. You get this really nice, very large sunroof, but again, it only cracks up in the back. It doesn't actually open. Now, I understand why they did this. They didn't want it to ruin the roof line by having to slide over the entire roof. I just wish that it was able to slide into the roof like my GTI did. And again, my GTI was a two-door. Now, something else that's particularly annoying as well is the doors. Now, again, these doors are very long and they're very heavy. And again, the only way to get the doors to stay open is to open them all the way like this. I mean, half the time I forget I have an armful of stuff. I have a gym bag. I go to open the door and it just falls back. And again, that was actually slower than usual. Usually it's worse. Now, by far my biggest annoyance with the interior is the lack of a skip button on the steering wheel. Again, I don't know why they did this. So again, if you want to skip the songs, you have to use this little button right here. But half the time you end up moving the volume, so you have to click a couple other buttons, and you can use this as a skip button, which is way better. But again, I wish there was just a button on the steering wheel. Also, this volume dial, if a passenger is using it, because I don't ever use this because I do have a volume dial on the wheel, if you turn it up, before it actually goes up, it actually goes backwards. So if I turn up the volume 3, it'll actually go back 2 and then up 3, and it does the same when I turn the volume down. So it is super annoying. Now, I know that there is like an asterisk button on the steering wheel because I do have a blank button on the steering wheel, and I know that, at least I think you can program that button to be a skip button, but I don't know why I don't have this. I don't know if it's depending on trim or spec, because this is not a base model either. So yeah, if I were to compile a top 3 list of the most annoying things about my car, those would definitely be the top 3 without a doubt. There are other really small things I could nitpick, but those are without a doubt the most annoying things about this car.